Hey everyone, my name is James, and today we're back with some more Stardew Valley news. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the 1.3 update, as well as a potential release date, which is actually coming up closer than you might think. So in today's video, I want to give a complete refresher on this update because it's actually been a couple of months since it was announced, and for those who haven't been keeping up, that can be pretty overwhelming to hear that it's been in development for such a long time. So let's give a complete refresher of update 1.3. So this update originally started off as the multiplayer update, which plans to add multiplayer into Stardew Valley up to 4 players. And how this is going to work is actually pretty interesting. When you start the game, or when you log into an existing file after the 1.3 patch, Robin will ask you if you want to build some cabins for some additional people. You can have up to 3 additional cabins on your farm, and those cabins will actually serve as your friend's home. Now what's really cool is, when they actually leave the game, a chest will spawn inside of their house. You go inside and that's their inventory, so you can borrow a little bit of coal or a little bit of stone, and then when they log back in next time, they won't actually have it, so there's some fun griefing to be involved there. Maybe you might stick a bunch of random items in there, or just take a bunch. It's actually a pretty useful feature. So that's the multiplayer aspect of the game. What's new other than that? Well, this is where the new stuff comes into it, because this wasn't actually originally planned. This is something that we're getting extra. Like I mentioned, it was just the multiplayer update. Now it's 1.3. So what we know about 1.3 so far is there's going to be a new town event in winter, which is pretty cool. There's also going to be a new type of collection that you can start in winter, and this is actually during your very first winter. You can now have signs in Stardew Valley which work like Terraria. You can actually apparently place every single item in Stardew Valley inside one of these signs, and it will display them for the world to see. So this is actually great if you've actually got a bunch of duplicates for the museum and you want to display them somewhere. It's pretty cool. So we actually got a spoiler for that this week, so you can actually see it in action, and it looks pretty chill. I like it. Coming up in the update as well is outdoor decorations, and some of these will actually change with the seasons. So if you have like a plant pot, it might die, come back to life, and then get frozen over. So it has a full cycle to it. There are new NPC events and a new way to respec professions. Obviously, when you hit a certain level cap for, say, mining, you can choose your profession. Well, now you'll be able to actually alter that after you've made that decision, so it isn't so final. So that is everything that's coming. That's everything that we know so far, in combination with a spoiler image of a boat and one of the inside of the boat. Maybe. We don't know. So you may be wondering when this update actually comes out. Well, it's going into beta in spring of 2018, so that's actually not that long away. I mean, spring is the time between like middle of March to the end of April, and considering February is a pretty short month, it looks like it's coming up pretty fast. So they've actually done all of the stuff they need to do. They're just waiting now for some of the stuff to be localized in a bunch of different languages. They then have to implement those languages into the game. They then have to do a QA testing internally. So that's with the people at Chucklefish. And then we get a public beta. So I'm very, very excited for that public beta. And when that rolls around, I'll be sure to make a video on how to join that so you can maximize the time it takes for you to get to play this update. It's coming up really fast, and I honestly can't wait. So it's coming out on PC first, and then it'll be coming out on Switch next. Concerned Ape actually did a deal with Nintendo to have that update first on Nintendo Switch before it goes to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So that's it for today's news update. I'm very excited. I can't honestly wait. I absolutely love Stardew Valley. I've been genuinely hooked on it since it came out on Switch, and I'm very excited to see what's next. So that's it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Good morning, good evening. I hope you like dreaming. You live to learn and you learn to live. It's positive and negative. I can't sleep.